Welcome back, everybody. We are back in 2nd Chronicles today, chapter 27. Chapter 27 talks about King Jotham. King Jotham basically says, I'm here to love God, I'm here to build stuff, I'm here to mind my business. And he actually succeeds. It's a miracle in the book of Chronicles, with kings oftentimes following their own ways. King Jotham does things a little bit different. So in this video, we're going to check out Jotham's low drama, high integrity reign, and why doing things the right way, quietly, is a power move. So let's dive in. Now, if you remember from the previous chapter, King Uzziah, Jotham's father, he started out like the main character. He was winning battles, he was inventing catapults, he was building cities, and then thought, you know what would really top all of this off? If I was able to do the priest's job too. Yeah, and as we saw last time, that didn't go very well. God hit him with a divine skincare problem called leprosy, and he spent the rest of his life in quarantine. Now we meet his son Jotham. Jotham is young, he's smart, and unlike most kings in this era, he doesn't immediately ruin everything. So, he's already off to a pretty good start, if you ask me. Verse 1 says, Jotham was 25 years old when he became the king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 16 years. His mother was Jerusha, the daughter of Zadok. So he becomes the king at 25, which is basically college graduate age, and he's got a little bit of pressure on him. The Bible says that he did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight, but the people still acted corrupt. So basically, Jotham's out here thriving spiritually, while the rest of Judah is like, nah, we don't need God, we're good. And just imagine trying to be a project leader in your classroom or whatnot, and nobody else is reading the syllabus, and it's just the most frustrating thing ever. I'm sorry. But then Jotham goes all Bob the Builder, and he rebuilds the upper gate, he strengthens the city walls, and he drops new fortresses like he's in Minecraft, creative mode. If you know, you know. Oh, and he wins against the Ammonites, who ended up paying him tribute for 3 years. So Judah just got a subscription-based income, passive blessings. Am I right? So Jotham's legacy ultimately in this short chapter is basically pray hard, build stuff, win wars, rinse and repeat. Now, my favorite verse, verse 6, King Jotham became powerful because he was careful to live in obedience to the Lord his God. He becomes mighty because he prepared his ways before the Lord. He didn't just vibe with God, he planned with God. So it's more than just posting a Bible verse in our bio or our story, but it's actually living like it from Monday through Saturday, and Jotham shows us that in his story here. And so you get to the end of this chapter, and you're probably by now expecting some sort of dramatic fallout, but nope. Not Jotham. No scandals, no idol worship, no palace drama. Jotham dies a respected man. He's buried with honor, and he hands the throne over to his son Ahaz. Now, I'm not ready to talk about Ahaz yet. He immediately fumbles the bag. Like, who's my father again? But that's a story for another time. Now, just to go back to verse 6 for just a second. King Jotham became powerful because he was careful to live in obedience to the Lord his God. Now, obviously, this is a short chapter, but this is a very powerful verse, and perhaps my favorite one in the entire chapter. He became mighty because he prepared his ways before the Lord, and I love it because it's not flashy, it's just faithful. He didn't need a miracle to go viral, he just lived right every single day. Quiet obedience is better than loud rebellion any day of the week. Alright, what are the takeaways we can pull from this today? Well, the first thing is, I believe, that real strength is spiritual preparation. Jotham was strong because he prepared. It wasn't about the hype, it was about his habits that he did every single day. The second thing is that we can be good, we can thrive, even when nobody else around us is. The people of Judah were still continuing in their corrupt ways, they were still being all crazy and foolish, but Jotham, he chose to stay grounded. And the moral of the story for us is that we should not let other people's chaos or mess up our calling. And we still have the ability to do what's right, even in the midst of a messy culture and a messy world. And last but not least, I think God honors consistency. We don't have to shout about our faith 24/7. We just have to walk it out in the small decisions that we make each and every day. God sees, God honors, God recognizes the quiet folks that are walking out their faith each and every day. So, the challenge that I have for you today is simple. Live like King Jotham. Be faithful when nobody's watching. Build something, maybe not a city, but maybe your prayer life. And remember that strength comes by preparing your ways before the Lord, not after crisis hits. And that concludes chapter 27. In the next video, chapter 28, we're going to meet King Ahaz, who's Jotham's son, and let's just say that the good king streak is going to end. But as always, remember when God promises he's going to come through for you, he always does, because won't he do it?